this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the upcoming transit of planet Venus, which on July 13th is going to enter the sign of its very good friend Mercury in the Gemini sign, and from July 13th till August 6th, Venus is going to be in a strong dignity in the Gemini sign. So now friends, during this time it is going to be briefly conjunct with Sun and Mercury as well, which is going to be just a conjunction of 2 days with Sun and with Mercury, as on July 17th Mercury is going to enter the sign of Cancer. So in a way, Venus is going to be stand alone in a strong dignity to manifest some very good results. During this time it is not going to get aspected by any other planet, so because of which we can actually experience stand alone pure nectar of the Venusian energy in our life. Now friends, when we talk about from the importance of Venus's perspective, so definitely Venus, which represents charm, elegance, charisma in your personality, relationship management, all those people who are working in the fields of arts, entertainments, creativity, luxury, so all those people come in the purview of Venus. And just because friends, these days a lot of businesses are getting operated via digital media, social media, your resourcefulness, your contacts. So definitely the entry of Venus in the Gemini sign can be seen as a very good sign. Now whether you are an influencer, you are a blogger, you work as a journalist, you work in any advertising agency, or you have your own travel and tour business, so all those people can definitely get benefited. Now friends, when we talk about from the perspective of the personal relationship, so over here you have to understand this thing, that definitely you will experience this degree and sense of elegance, charm or love in all form of communication. There could be a lot of socialization, many invitations for gathering, for parties during this time. There could be some last moment travels as well. You might again get interested in all of your hobbies. But friends, when we talk about from the relationship perspective, so there is no denying that out of all the 12 signs, Gemini is the most flirtatious zodiac sign energy, and the influence of Venus in the Gemini can actually give you this sort of feeling of charm, love in the relationship, in your social interaction. But when we talk about from the commitment perspective, so over there you have to remain a little bit cautious that you should not read wrong signs, that any sort of casual interaction or any sort of infatuation is something which you should not misunderstand as love. This becomes more important for all those people who are in that if you are in any sort of conflicting zone within your existing relationship, or let's say for example you are on a lookout for a prospective match for yourself, so the influence of Venus in the Gemini can be seen as a very good triggering factor to initiate or give spark to any new relationship. But over and above that, you have to make use of your discriminatory intelligence, that the person who has entered your life, is this person the right Mr. Right for you? Friends, the role and beauty of our Vedic sciences is that we have understood and we have studied the universe and the cosmos on the basis of understanding the relationship between the Purush and Prakriti, Shiv and Shakti. So I always say this thing, if you actually want the omens to support you, help you, guide you, so always respect the Shakti, always honor or respect the Prakriti in the form of always honoring the dignity and always being supportive towards the feminine influence around you, whether this could be in the form of your mother, your daughter, your sister, your female co-workers and colleagues. Only if you are going to be respectful towards them, so trust me, nature, Prakriti and omens will always help you and put you in the right direction in life. So okay friends, now we will try to understand the customized results for all the rising signs. I will be focusing more on the ascendant rather than just giving focus to your moon sign. So now friends, for all the Aries rising people, so now guys, in your case Venus becomes a very important planet for you guys. It has got the rulership of your second house of your finances and seventh house of your commercial activities, of your relationship. So now friends, Venus's transit in the third house is definitely going to be a very good sign for you people, specifically if your line of work is straight away coming in the purview of the third house energy, like you work in an advertising agency, you are a freelance person, you are a self-employed person, you are an influencer, you are a blogger, so all those people can get benefited. Definitely friends, during this time people will feel more connected towards you. And even when we talk about from your relationship management perspective as well, so I'm actually looking forward to some very positive results, like people will put their trust on you, lot many social gatherings, social interactions, your curiosity is also going to be all-time high. There could be some leisure travels or family travels as well, some sort of short journeys as well. So overall friends, I'm not seeing the Aries rising people vulnerable. Rather, if you are straight away working or you are coming in the purview of the third house related professions, and Venus is also operational right now in your life in the form of the Mahadasha or the Antardasha, and you are a freelance self-employed person, so very good opportunities can come to you during this time. Friends, your siblings will prove to be a source of very good strength during this time. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Taurus rising people, so now guys, in your case, because Venus becomes your ascendant lord, and the transit of the ascendant lord right over there in your second house will definitely take all of your focus in the matters of your financial accumulation. So I would say friends that whether you are a freelance person, you're a self-employed person, or these days, like if in your line of work, like too much of the social interaction, meetings or giving presentation is getting qualified, so all those people can get benefited. Definitely friends, if in your ongoing the kind of yogas you have in your chart, and if your dashas are also promising some sort of financial gains and all of that, so during this time all those things can materialize. So I would say friends that this is a very good energy for you guys for this brief span of time, like the way you want to restructure your financial aspect, like whether it's about considering some new investment plans or applying for any new job or any sort of remuneration related concerns, if you want to raise that at your existing place of work. So during this time when Venus is transiting over here from your second house, can be seen as a very good sign or very positive energy for all those endeavors. Now friends, for all the Gemini rising people, so definitely friends, if in your line of work or if your personality is very curious, is very fun loving, is very adventurous, so trust me, this entry of Venus in your first house is going to be putting you on a fun ride. So I would say friends that the charm and the elegance, the planet of beauty is going to be transiting right over there in your first house, so which will be creating some very positive energy for all of you guys. The energy of relationship, energy of being nurtured, being taken well care by your loved ones, and for some sort of travel perspective as well, because friends, in your case Venus has got the rulership of your 12th house and the 5th house, so in a way Venus becomes a very important planet for you guys. And now friends, like if you are straight away connected with the fields of art, entertainment, creativity, you are working on any overseas projects and all of that, so all those people can get benefited. The energy of love, romance will definitely govern or kind of color complete personality of yours, so you have to remain very cautious that if in your lifestyle too much of the hedonism or too much of the partying is getting qualified, so you should be aware about where you have to draw the line. So good energy for people connected with the fields of art, entertainment, creativity, anything to do with the stock market, all those people can also get benefited. The only vulnerability which is getting generated over here is that friends, that there could be some sort of like extravagance or too much indulgences in the luxury might burn a hole in your pocket. And also friends, from the networking perspective, because even in the transit in your 11th house, like Rahu and Mars are actually triggering up or churning up lot many energies. So I would say that keep your social life active, face any sort of social gatherings with complete confidence during this time. And if your ongoing dashas are also promising some very good opportunity, good successful collaboration, so during this time or this transit of Venus in your first house can promise all those things. Moving ahead friends, now for all the like Cancer rising people, so now guys, in your case Venus becomes a very important planet for you guys, because it has got the rulership of your 11th house of your wish fulfillment and the 4th house of inner contentment and happiness. So now friends, the transit of Venus in the like 12th house might create those kind of energy that whatsoever passion is getting generated, it is not getting that vent or window for the release. So I would say that if you are working in those domains where you have to be responsible for running the show behind the screen, like all those writers, project planners and all of that, all those people can get benefited. Or let's say for example, if you're already working in the fields of luxury domain, immigration, business, import export nature of work, so all those people can get benefited. But friends, when I say that, try not to be very impulsive in the matters of the outburst of your emotions, because many times what happen is that, like, depending on other planetary alignments in your case, like for example, because 12th house energy, 8th house energy keeps on troubling us deep within our personality, in our consciousness. So many times what happens is that if you are not gonna find any vent for the release of the energy, it might come out in the form of the outburst. And many times what happens is that, friends, like Venus and Mars are the chief planet which give rise to, like, in a positive side, they give passion in the relationship, but in the negative aspect, they also give rise to jealousy, within the relationship. Like you like someone and suddenly this person is spending more time with some other group, or like this is not only restricted only in the matters of love and romance, but even in the matters of like whatsoever project you have worked very hard and suddenly other people are being considered for that, or other people are getting more credit than you. So this energy of Venus in the 12th house can create energy or those kind of results as well. So try to protect yourself, give more attention towards the religious, spiritual austerities. And I would say that for the creative people and people working behind the screen, this transit of Venus in the 12th house can be seen as a very good sign for any important decision pertaining to the matters of, like when we talk about the family life, like you have to decorate your home, or any of the important concerns of buying a vehicle, or buying like if you are on that mode of house hunting and all of that. So all those decisions connected with the 4th house needs to be taken with lot of seriousness. And second thing is that because 11th house energy is also going in your 12th house, so any like collaboration, any signing up or something needs to be done with proper caution. And I would say that try to remain a bit cautious, because this is going to be a time when there is going to be a lot of energy which will be coming to you. So you should be wise and patient enough not to confuse any casual connection or infatuation with true love. Moving ahead, friends, now talking about from the perspective of the Leo rising people. So now guys, in your case, Venus becomes a very, very important planet for you guys, because it has got the rulership of your 10th house of your profession and 3rd house of your courage, your valor, your communication, your skills. So definitely, friends, the transit of Venus in your 11th house is going to be generating a very positive news for you guys. Like any sort of like social gatherings or socialization can actually create or generate some very good opportunity for you. And this becomes more important for people connected with the fields of art, entertainment, creativity. So let's say for example, if you have been chasing any important project, so during this time things can take a positive leap for you. And I would also say, friends, that initiating any important project or work during this time can prove to be very fruitful for you. Like you are an artist, you are a creative person, and you want to launch any of your content during this time, so that can actually give lot of appreciation, lot of rewards. So regarding that front, this transit or entry of Venus in the 11th house can be seen as a very good sign. So definitely, friends, I'm looking forward to some very good time for all the Leo rising people, success, recognition for all the hard work which you have been doing. And at the end of the day, friends, the two things which I want to emphasize over here is that try to keep your social life active, respect people at your work front, your bosses, try to make very harmonious relationship with them. And third thing is that respect the feminine energy all around you. Now whether this could be your mother at home, your wife at home, your female colleagues, try to remain very respectful towards them, because during this time, because of their support, you might get connected to some very important people or big opportunity. Now friends, for all the Virgo rising people, so now guys, in your case, as you can fairly see that Venus is a very important planet for you guys. It is a very good friend of your ascendant lord, and in the transit Venus is going to be entering your 10th house. So now friends, as you know this thing that Venus in your case has got the rulership of your house of finances and 9th house of your like luck, your fortune. So I would say, friends, to begin with, definitely your relationship with your bosses or people at the work front. So relationship can get harmonious during this time, like people are suddenly interested in you, what you have to say, what are your views on any important project. And specifically friends, like whenever we talk about any planetary vibration coming in the 10th house, so it generally benefit those people more who are straight away working in the domain of that planet. So if you're working in the fields of art, entertainment, fashion, beauty, luxury decor, female products and all of that, clothing business, so all those people can definitely get benefited. Definitely friends, during this time, because Venus is a planet of elegance, of beauty and charisma, and its entry, whether we talk about the first house like 7th house, 10th house, 11th house, these are some of the visible houses, like where whatsoever you do in those areas, it is always in the public's eye. So I would say friends that it is a very good time for you to launch any product, go out for public meetings or for any presentations and all of that. So you will actually be able to serve the purpose or get the good sort of response for all the hard work done by you. Definitely friends, the entry of Venus in the 10th house can also give rise to little bit of the energy of the flirtatiousness at the work front as well. So try to remain bit cautious over there, that your focus has to be your work rather than getting distracted at work front. And also friends, like all what I can say over here is that luck is definitely going to support you at your work front. If you have been considering or contemplating on asking for a raise, any of the financial concerns or something like that, so this could be a very good energy or very good time for that. Because friends, even in the transit, if you will see, your 7th house is in a very strong dignity. Even like in your 5th house, like Saturn is going to be transiting over there. So Saturn might also, because Saturn is going to be in a retrograde motion in the 5th house. Now 5th house is 8th house from the 10th house. So any transformation at your work front is something which we see from the 5th house. So definitely friends, I will not recommend you any major change, but at your work front, like whether you are a freelance person, self-employed person, or you are a content creator, or in any way you want to raise your prices or contemplate on the right prices for your offering, so this can be a very good energy or very good time for all of that. And definitely friends, work related travel can also materialize during this time, and you will be able to establish good connection with your bosses at your work front. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Libra people, so now guys, in your case, as you can fairly see that Venus becomes your ascendant lord, and the transit of the ascendant lord in your 9th house can be seen as a very good sign. Now friends, the dilemma of all the Libra people is that apart from their ascendant lord also gets exalted in Vandushtana Bhav, which is the 6th house, and another sign ruled by your ascendant lord falls in your 8th house. So in a way, whatsoever you want to accomplish and achieve, you have to work hard for that. And success is something which you cannot always predict. It generally happens in a very unpredictable, sudden way. So I would say friends, try to make the best use out of it. Your ascendant lord is in a strong dignity in the 9th house. So any of the overseas related concerns, immigration related concerns, travel related concerns, if you are going through higher studies or you have to choose any make important decision of which subjects are good for you, which internship is good for you, or which college. So I would say any of the 9th house related decision making will prove to be a lot in your favor. Definitely friends, like 9th house is one of the house out of all the 12 zodiac signs, or out of all the 12 houses, which gives us hope and clarity regarding our future course of path. So if you have been struck in a deadlock situation, conflicting situation, you will be able to get the clarity or able to see your future course with complete clarity. So overall friends, I'm not seeing you guys vulnerable. Like I would say that during this time, because this whole transit is taking place very close to the holy month of Shravan as well. So I would say visit the temple of Lord Shiva and goddess, and any sort of religious austerities, whether connected to Lord Shiva or connected to the feminine divine goddess, will prove some very good results. And definitely friends, your father might also play a very strong pivotal role. Like if your father has got some important say in your life's undertaking, so the support and blessing of the father might also help you. And overall friends, like I'm actually looking forward to that. The support of luck will definitely help you, some important work related travels and some important development in the matters of the overseas if you are already engaged in that area. Now friends, for all the Scorpio rising people, so now guys, in your case, as you can clearly see that Venus is going to be transiting right over there in your 8th house. So now friends, Venus becomes a very important planet for you guys because it has got the rulership of your 12th house and the 7th house. So now friends, in the matters of relationship, you have to remain a little bit cautious, because friends, I always say this thing, that the Scorpions, if you will find that in a Scorpio rising person's case, his Mars is in a very strong dignity, then it becomes very important the way you prioritize your life. Like with a strong Scorpio and the Mars influence, if you are going to devote yourself towards research, exploration, then this energy can actually benefit you. But let's say, for example, if you keep on holding up the emotions or energies of the past and all of that, so then during those kind of scenarios and circumstances, and with this kind of transit, it can actually suddenly trigger up the pent up passion and the emotions, which might not always happen in a graceful way. So one thing is that friends, in the matters of the relationship or any sort of business partnership and all of that, you have to remain very cautious, you have to remain very careful. Driven by the whims or sudden surge of emotion or passion, you should not be doing any sign up, any tie-ups or giving your nod in the matters of the relationship. And not only that friends, like I would also say that specifically pertaining to the matters of your dealings with the feminine influence, like this could be female co-worker, female colleague and all of that, so there has to be proper discipline over there. Any sort of perversive behavior can actually land you in trouble. So this is one thing which I want to say over here. Now friends, the benefit side of this transit is that definitely if you are working in the fields of immigration business, export import business, any of the concerns of like research, or all those people who are already engaged in the fields of insurance or revenue and all of that, so those people, if your ongoing dasha is also running favorable, and with this entry of Venus in your 8th house, it can actually trigger up some big opportunity, big client, and all those people can get benefited. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Sagittarius rising people, so now guys, in your case, Venus has got the rulership of your 11th house and the 6th house, and in transit Venus is going to be entering your 7th house. So definitely friends, you will be able to experience that sort of feelings of romance and love in the matters of the intimate and the relationship, I would say. Specifically friends, this is getting more applicable for all those people who are already in a relationship. Now friends, when we talk about like all those people who are single, so over there you have to remain a little bit cautious friends, because Venus is not a very auspicious planet for you guys. It has got the rulership of two vulnerable houses. So over and above that friends, like there could be some sudden surge of suddenly someone enters your life, you are getting introduced to someone. So the only one thing which I want to say over here is that try to draw a line or understand the difference between infatuation or true love. So the energy of Venus in the 7th house definitely can benefit all those people who are working in the fields of art, entertainment, creativity, or clothing business and all of that, or even in the matters of you are an influencer and all of that. So your audience will be able to relate with you well or connect well with you. But when we talk about from the interpersonal relationship as well, so definitely friends, for the commercial and business and the professional relationship perspective, this transit can still be seen as beneficial. But when we talk about from the love, romance and those intimate relationship perspective, so for all those people who are single, they have to remain a little bit cautious that the energy is giving rise more towards the flirtatiousness and casual flings rather than some committed relationship. And all those people who are already in a committed bond and relationship, so definitely friends, feeling that love and romance being taken well care by your partner. So this is how the energy of this transit of Venus in your 7th house is going to manifest its results. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Capricorn rising people, so now guys, in your case, Venus is your Yokarka planet because of the rulership of your 10th house and the 5th house, and in transit Venus is going to enter your 6th house. So now friends, as you can really see over here that because Venus is an auspicious planet for you guys, and its transit in the 6th house is definitely going to manifest good results only. But over and above that friends, it is going to benefit more to the people who are engaged in job, in service, or you are in health industry, fitness industry. So all those people can get benefited. Now friends, the beauty of Venus is that in whichever house it goes, it actually kind of smooths down your living relationship with those people who belong to that house. So 6th house belongs to our maternal uncles. 6th house belongs to our like our juniors, our subordinates. So definitely friends, if you are in that leadership kind of role, so during this time, if you are going to announce any new project, or you are going to be working on any important project, so you will be able to derive the good support from the people who report to you. So definitely friends, at work front, relationships are going to become more harmonious. There could be some in your case, if you are connected with the fields of art, entertainment, creativity, so definitely some breakthrough can take place during this time. So overall friends, I'm not seeing any vulnerability. The influence of Venus, specifically in your case, with the kind of department or portfolio it holds, if you are a kind of person who do not shy away from the hard work, so hard work done by you during this time, because your ascendant lord is also going to be in a retrograde motion right over there in your 1st house. So hard work is something which you cannot evade, but any hard work done by you during this time can actually generate two kind of results. First, it can actually harmonize your relationship with the people in your work environment, and some sort of financial gains can also take place during this entry of Venus in your 6th house. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Aquarius rising people, so now friends, in your case, the transit of Venus is actually going to be creating some very positive news, because friends, in your case, Venus has got the rulership of your 4th house and the 9th house, becoming a Yoga planet, and its entry in the 5th house can be seen as a very good energy. Like friends, whether you talk about you are connected with the fields of art, entertainment, creativity, or any sort of concerns of love, romance, relationship perspective as well friends, so this energy or this entry of Venus in your 5th house will actually create those energy of passion and elegance in your personality. Because friends, many times we overlook this fact, and I have said this thing a lot many times on my channel, that 1st house tells about your personality. Definitely, like personality gets summarized with the energy of the 1st house and the moon sign, moon placement as well, but 5th house in a way tells about your vibe. So are you a kind of person who give a very cool kind of vibe, or you are a very resentful, very quarrelsome kind of person? So your vibe is something which comes from the 5th house, and which is very important for people who are in any sort of public profiles. You are a politician, you are a lawyer, you are an actor, you are a musician. So definitely friends, all those people can get benefited, gains in the matters of the stock market, speculation. Even you will be able to have some good relationship with your children as well. Like lately, if you are being very hard on your children because of their academics, because of their grade, so during this time, some quality time being spent with your children, with your family, some recreational aspect, travels, adventure, and socialization. So this is how energy is going to be manifesting for all the Aquarius rising people. And lastly friends, for all the Pisces rising people, so now guys, in your case as well, Venus has got the rulership of your 8th house and the 3rd house. So Venus is not a very auspicious planet for you guys, basis your rising sign, but definitely friends, Venus's transit or its placement in the 4th house is considered as a very good placement, like someone who is going to be very good at heart, like a loving heart. This is how we define Venus's placement or its transit in the 4th house. So definitely friends, in the matters of your domestic life, your family life, like let's say for example, any of the important decision if you have to take pertaining to buying a new car, renovating your home, buying any interior decor, new items, all of that, doing a vastu or redecorating, resetting your home. So all those things can take place. Like, you know, if you are going to have a party during this time, so people will prove to be a source of nourishment, love, happiness. So overall friends, good energy, whether you are going to engage in all these 4th house related matters voluntary, or whether your business or your occupation is connected with the 4th house related matters. You are an architect, you are a fashion designer, interior decor, or anything to do with the real estate. So all those people can get benefited with this entry of Venus in the 4th house. And over and above that friends, the feel good factor is definitely going to be over here when Venus is going to be transiting from your 4th house. So this is something friends which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs for this upcoming transit of Venus in the Gemini sign. For further more updates and notifications on the divine signs of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Dhanyavad.